This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Profile this on the way. Also, we'll drink a toast with the shot of the day. Speaking of spending people or buying things for people, what would you say is the most expensive gift or the nicest thing that anyone's ever got you? Because we talk about blowing money here. Oftentimes it's just a frivolous expense on whatever the hell.
As far as expensive, I don't know. I mean, people have gotten things that mean a lot to me, but as far as expensive goes, no.
Mm-hmm. I think
it's easier to think of the most expensive gift I've bought.
Sure.
Okay. How about for yourself?
My bass. That's probably the most expensive thing I've spent for myself.
All right.
Period.
Lately, for me, it's got to be my scooter.
Yeah.
Even though it was a few years old, it was still brand new as far as it had not been sold off the lot.
That's a good sign.
It had like 3 miles in the damn thing. You know what I mean? So but it was brand new, man. And it's really, really nice. I really like that thing, man. It's probably like the nicest thing I own.
I think some jackets.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't even think about it, but if you got like a good jacket you could wear in like all weather or whatever, it's like kind of shocked me. Like, God damn, like $300, $400 jacket.
Here's a good news, unless you have a lot of friends. According to a new survey, almost half of people say they will not be buying gifts that cost more than $50 this year.
Okay.
And people of all income levels are on the same tip. Survey found that 44% of the wealthiest people in the survey won't buy any gifts over $100. So why are we tightening up the budgets? The people behind the survey say, quote, most Americans didn't see a raise anytime in their future. I was sitting down with my daughter the other night. We were watching television. And a Lexus commercial came on, and there was a big bow on a Lexus. I turned to my daughter and said, "Hey, man, hook Daddy up. That's what I want for Christmas, man. Give me one of those." Like, does that happen? Do people walk outside and go, "Holy cow, Lexus, you shouldn't have. Thank God."
But Lexus does this every year.
I know.
And every year, I'm like, man, I'm sure it happens. But they treat these commercials like it's just a foregone conclusion that, hey, man, if you need a last-minute gift, just buy someone a Lexus. And I'm like, that's never going to happen.
To Lexus's credit, though, it seems like every other car company now is doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, get one out. Like the other day, well, especially if you watch a sporting event, I was just like, is there that many people buying cars for Christmas?
How about just, like, when you have a car, it just seems to be like one of those things where if you save up money and you're a car person and you've always wanted a car and it's your dream car and you can afford to buy that car, you might buy that car. But most of the time, like, I've never known a car to be like a gift. It might be gifted to you. Your grandfather might give you his old car, which my grandfather...
You're 16 to 18 years old,
right,
typically,
exactly.
if you get and it's not new.
But it's not one of those... I'm on TMZ and like somebody got a brand new Bugatti. It was like 18 years old, whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen a car seems to be like when the car breaks down, you just have to get a new car. If it's beyond repair, if it's been in an accident, it's never like, oh, I got this car for myself on my birthday.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's never like a gift. Like, have you ever heard of anybody getting a car for a gift?
Who's not 16 or 18?
Exactly.
Themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have. Like, it's my birthday. I decided I was going to go out and buy myself a Corvette.
Yeah, but he's a single guy that's like 45 and works for NASA.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Right. He can do it.
I know I'd have a hell of a lot more money if blank didn't happen. 844-999-OLD.
Bill is the exception to the rule, though.
Yeah. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
I'd have a hell of a lot more money if they would have never started having the Kiss Cruise.
The Kiss Cruise, like the band Kiss on a boat Kiss Cruise?
Absolutely.
Where do they take off from?
The first six took out of Miami, and then earlier this year, number 7 left out of New Orleans.
So you've been on 7 Kiss Cruises?
Actually, I only been on 5. I had to kind of slow down a little bit.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay,
only 5.
so
what happens on the Kiss Cruise? So I'm on a Kiss Cruise. I get on the boat. Like, who are the people surrounding me, and what can I expect?
Some of the biggest Kiss fans in the entire world, 37 countries represented, and it's nonstop from the time you hit it's actually nonstop from the time you hit Miami until you get back to Miami.
Okay, and how much does this cost for the package for one person?
Starts out minimum fees right around $1,000.
$1,000 just to get on the boat. Now, do you have to pay for everything on the boat? I've never been on a cruise. Is a cruise all-inclusive, or do you have to pay for the drinks and the food, or?
Your alcoholic drinks you got to pay for. All the food.
Oh, I didn't get to ask him if he met Vinnie Vincent. I had so many questions.
Oh, wait, are the members of KISS on the cruise?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I bought
cruise.
2 tickets, could I sneak Ace Frehley onto the boat? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to crash this thing. No?
I'm just thinking. I mean, like, look, man, I grew up liking KISS. Then they took off the makeup and you realize, wow, they're not really good. But I can't imagine being trapped on a boat with Gene Simmons.
No, I can't either.
I think the KISS one's different.
How so?
Well, just because there's some of the cruises, like, the people appear to be more fun, like the bands.
Sure,
So, like, right, like if Sammy Hagar had a cruise, like,
you know, you don't have to like
Yeah,
it.
you're like hang out with them, you're going to meet them,
But,
like, you're
Gene
going to
and
go to a show.
Gene and Paul don't drink.
Right, they're
Not that there's
notoriously
anything
not
wrong with
nice
that.
people. Like, right, so I'm saying, like, the
Yeah,
KISS
Gene's
one.
not a nice guy. He's
We're
a douche.
here to make your money.
Right, so, like, the KISS one, I'm like, But, like, some of the other bands, like, that could be kind of fun.
Who do you think would be the best cruise?
Well, you probably nailed
I
it right
hate
there
to
with
say it,
Sammy
but-
Hagar and all the guys in Chicken Foot, or any kind of jam band that just plays whatever the hell they want. You know?
Or somebody young? I mean, I hate Bieber, but my God, if you had a cruise, like, look, you're not going to have a bad time.
No.
They have so there's a cruise that's like a rave, right?
Okay.
And it's like a huge party. So I have some friends that go on it, and somebody told me a story about a dude knocked on their door, right? And they opened it, and he was like, hey, I stayed in this room last year. Can I check something? And they were like, all right. And he, like, moved a picture, and he was like, sweet. And he had, like, hidden some drugs in the wall.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Because that was my first question. Like, you're at a rave cruise? Like, there's got to be stuff there. Like, how do you get it there? They were like, oh, actually, like, this and
Behind
that.
the pictures in the
some
gallery.
guy had hid it there, and he was like, yes, it's still here.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think if you're going to take a cruise, like, look, you'll have plenty of time in your life to take a cruise where you can just, if you're 60, 70 years old, you can take a cruise. I just don't have any interest in taking one right now at this stage of my life because as long as I'm active and I can walk around, I'd rather check other stuff out. But on a rock cruise like that would be more up my alley to say, you know what, man?
Because it's a party.
Because it's not like I'm with a bunch of people who are retired and it's
Right.
like I can still act my age, which is stupid, and, you know what I mean, be an idiot without offending anybody.
I don't know, man. Cruises just don't appeal. Mike, you went on a cruise, right? I believe Mike Hart.
Yes, I did.
He's a cruiser.
All right. How many cruises have you been on?
That was the second cruise I've been on.
All right. And where did you go? What are the two destinations?
Both times they were Caribbean cruises. I went,
Come on.
Cozumel, went to Belize, went to Costa Maya, and then on the last one I went to crud. Where was it? St. Augustine, I think.
Ooh, that's lovely.
No, maybe it wasn't St.
But do you
Augustine.
get to
That's
spend
probably
any
where
time?
that's probably where you started in Florida.
But I mean, do you spend
Yeah.
any time on the islands, or are you just on the boat?
No, they
the
have a
whole
day
frickin'
thing.
time?
Like they let you jump off for the day, and then you got to be back
Yeah,
on the
it's
boat,
not-
right? So it's like
Right.
you basically got a bum rush every country you're in. And the way they have it set up is as soon as you get off that cruise ship, there are like 9 million people trying to sell you crap.
Oh, of course.
And every quick hustle's going on right there, from cab rides to everything else. So,
Or you
it's
can
like-
sign up for an excursion.
And that's the other thing.
Did you
man.
do an excursion, Mike?
Nothing.
Lord, no, man. I barely left the boat. I went out there one time. It was just this big tourist area. There's nothing but places to buy the same thing in every city that you go
course.
to. And like Miles said, there's lines of people just waiting to sell you a bunch of crap that you don't need that's also on the boat. You can't buy liquor out there because then you just got to put it in your bag. You can't bring it out on the boat. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab my free drinks, sit on the boat, enjoy the view, and let my
Wait,
family
if
go away for a
the
while.
drinks are free. Is it all? If I pay for a cruise,
you buy the all-inclusive package.
Right.
So that's part of the option. You can pay a little bit more.
But
and you
can
don't
I
have to
do
pay
it
for
like a la carte? Like, look, I want a cruise and I want free booze, but I don't want the rest of your crap. You know what I mean? Like,
you
Certain
might be-
cruises you can buy certain amounts too.
Okay.
So I have another friend that's a cruiser, and the issue he runs into is he goes with his family, which none of them drink. He's a good drinker. Well, he's a drinker.
it's a good drink.
So he's always like, I want to put like 1,000 on the books, so I have it, but he's afraid to tell his wife, right? Because if she sees him having a few drinks during the day, it's not a big deal. But if he was like, hey, I'm going to pre-order $1,000 worth of drinks, that looks so hot.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man.
He should do it, though.
Any
He should
country,
just do it.
any country in the Caribbean that did no excursions, man, they could use that as an advertising campaign. Like if you had some big Rastafarian for Jamaica just stood up there on television and be like, listen, man, no excursions. We've taken all the day trips and we've thrown them away. You will not have to go anywhere. Just come to Jamaica and smoke some weed, man. You know, like be like, no excursions, no sunset cruises, no crappy freaking fire spinning bullcrap.
Timeshare.
I am
spiel.
in. This is awesome. No Circus Delay crap in the middle of the jungle. No excursions. I'd be like, oh man, we got to go, baby. They have no excursions.
Last time I even went to the Caribbean, soon as I checked in, the woman who was behind the counter, I believe she also owned the hotel, but she's like, oh, join us in a couple of minutes for whatever. It was a timeshare thing, right? I have no interest. So go to the room. I just put on trunks. I have my shirt. I go down to the beach because that's the only reason I want to be there. And I mean, man, as soon as I step foot on the beach, two Bahamian dudes roll up like, Chama, you want the marijuana? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah. I'm like, is it that obvious? He's like, your butt and your shirt crooked. And I look down, man. I was like, okay, that's a sign. I missed it by 2 buttons.
Wife was reading a book one time in Puerto Vallarta, and she's got her head down. It was really weird, like this pirate ship goes sailing by. All right, and it's like a pirate ship, and there's a bunch of people in there partying and stuff, but she's not paying any attention. And it's this huge-ass boat, and it's going by, and I look at it, and I'm like, I was going to say something like, hey, look at that. There's a pirate ship. And then I realized all of a sudden, I was like, that's an excursion.
Mm-hmm. That is an excursion.
Stay silent. Hopefully this book has 4 more pages left on this chapter.
That looks like a great idea.
And she kept reading and reading and reading. That thing finally just sailed out of the way, and I was like, yes. Yes.
So you didn't say anything just to avoid maybe having to
be on
that.
the pirate ship on this. Like I was like, oh, money. Yeah, good times. Men's or blank question. I know I'd have a hell of a lot more money if blank didn't happen. 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Lieutenant Harris. Welcome. God damn it. Hello, Lieutenant Harris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
Oh, I'd have a hell of a lot more money if it wasn't for the early 80s with a ton of coke, ton of fast cars, and faster women. I worked out in a crab boat for a few years where it was pretty much make as much money as you want. It was nothing to make $130,000 for 3-4 months worth of crabbing. We come back to shore, buy a Kia Coke, buy a bunch of fast cars, fast women, and just party like super ass rock stars. And just to the point where we were out of money and it was time to get back on the boat, go crab.
I was going to say, did that last you? Did that money last you a whole year?
Oh God, no. We partied like rock stars. We come back. I mean, it was nothing. I bought a 63 convertible vet that cost me about $70,000. I paid cash for that. I've got a 69 Dodge Charger that I paid cash for.
Do you still have those cars?
Women fast cars.
Do you still have those cars?
I got the Challenger.
Okay.
The vet, unfortunately, wrapped around a telephone pole, high on blow.
Oh yeah, jumped right in front of me. Good times. Jesus Christ, man. What is going on today? Men's room blank question. We asked, I know I'd have a hell of a lot more money if blank didn't happen. We've got your emails coming up for the men's room at mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Men's room blank question. I know I'd have a hell of a lot more money if blank didn't happen. And here come those emails to the men's room at mensroomlive.com.
You've got mail.
Couple from today, but let's just skip on to the birthday requests as we have quite a few. A gentleman in Waban, today is my son Logan, pronounced the Log Man's 11th birthday. He would love to hear a big old Leroy Jenkins and the Big Dummy Daily Double Cat giving birth. Okay. He's a big fan, and one day he says he wants to play Big Dummy. Happy birthday, Logan. Love your dad. Thanks, guys. Dad from Dawn.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Yes.
That's a classic one.
Hello, Macholos. It's that time of year again. My youngest son, Noah, is 12 years old today. He loves the men's room. Can he get a little kid fish sandwich and you guys talking all over each other? Thanks from Tanya, a very loyal listener.
Fish sandwich.
No, you're going to read.
Do not know. I think we're going to tell her, but you're not going to learn.
Right now, you don't.
Right now, man.
You don't really
call him Dr. Jellyfinger.
Very soon, you're going to figure out what it's all about, and then you're going to like girls.
Yeah, jelly.
Everyone, today is my son Peter Parker's birthday. He would love to hear the birthday song as well as a Suck It Up cupcake and anything else you could throw in there. Thanks a lot. That from the lovely Stephanie.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
Snap a picture of yourself.
Hello, Macholos. My good friend Elisa is turning 17 today. She'd love some creepy Germans and the dinosaur guy from Miles. Don't worry, Germans. We're in Illinois, so she's legal. Stay beautiful.
Yeah, for your birthday, we'll play Dukes of Hazzard. I'll show you my boss hog. You show me your cooter.
Yeah, this German goes by standards, not states. Happy birthday.
Dinosaur. Okay. Macholas, I'd love to wish my son Benji a happy 19th. He's a great kid going to school in Bozeman, Montana. Loyal podcaster. I'm sure he would appreciate a little turtle wax overlaid with some "Your penis is too small." That from his immature dad, Rick. Guys, it's Wally's birthday. How about a triple Joey Chestnut and an owl hitting the window? That would be awesome. Thanks, guys. And rock on from Wally.
Joey Chestnut! Joey Chestnut! Joey Chestnut!
Macholas, today's my good buddy Drew's 20th trip around the sun. He listens to the show every day, and all he wants for his birthday is a little kid fish sandwich, a "Your penis is too small," and some very dirty, dirty Germans. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Fish challenge. Your penis is too small. Your penis is small.
Yeah, but the holidays are around the corner. You know, Santa is coming. So am I.
Yeah, and like Santa, I'll be bringing a giant red sack.
Hello, bitches. Today's my son Devin's 21st trip around the sun. It's been a rough year. He's becoming quite a man and single father of 2 awesome little boys. Could you give him some turtle wax with a bong rip in the middle, and maybe your penis is too small? From your longtime listener, Grover. Birthday shout out to my brother-in-law, Matt. He is 36 years old. Thanks for being so patient with me and taking me in when I had nowhere else to go. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. Gonna get some dirty German thrill and Aussie Ted talking about football and beer. Thanks, guys. That from your brother-in-law, Matthew.
Yeah, I like that you like football. We'll use both of those bossy parts.
Yeah, Ted here from Melbourne. Play all kinds of different football down here. But just remember, you always need a good thrust up the middle and work for a hard 4 inches. Yards, football.
Guys, I want to wish a very happy 49th birthday to my girlfriend's
Freudian
dad,
slip.
boss man at work, Rich. He listens every day, and especially today, he's on the show. Can you give him an original fish sandwich and 2 owls hitting the window? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Fish sandwich.
Old Macholas want to wish Daniel, pronounced Big D, Miles' personal appliance repairman, a happy birthday. Would you have Robin wish him a Els Goodzom Gooberstag? And some turtle wax, maybe. From the Momo and the Dado Scott.
Ja, alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
And turtle wax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh, look out.
Macholas, like to give myself a birthday shout out as today marks my 26th trip around the sun. Ever since I caught you guys on this August on 98.9 in Kansas City, the Rock, I haven't missed a show to date, and I regret not finding out about you guys sooner. Now, being an avid gamer nerd who has never had a girlfriend, could I get a Leroy Jenkins followed by a "Your penis is too small"? And if you have time, some dirty German talk. Thanks, guys. And P.S. those peeps in the last poll who gave up chicken wings, out of their damn mind. That from Tyler.
Let's do this. Leroy!
Yeah, when I leave your house after your birthday, I don't think you spilled egg drop soup on your forehead.
Yeah, not dating in a long time. For someone like me, that would make me a sauerkraut.
Guys, just wondering if I get a dirty German Mickey Mouse from Ted, a Tom Shane from Miles, and a Spartan from Thrill for my dad, King Spiros, who is 82 years old. He lives in Greece. He'd get a kick out of hearing a birthday shout-out for him. Smoke out, bitches. Thanks from John in University Place.
So Mickey Mouse German. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if you came over and I could give you my personal pub mustard?
Gosh, you're going to do a doggy style.
Hi, King Spiros. You're Greek, so you have plenty of jewelry.
Just put a little tzatziki on it.
I wish I could sell you something that you have, but you have every single tennis bracelet we sell. And a very happy birthday to my lovely daughter, who is 17,
Oh, yeah.
17 years old.
Happy
today.
birthday.
Yeah, that's crazy. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Time goes by fast. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's do this. Go ahead. Tell her.
Yeah, your daddy does dirty things with his fingers.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. It's here, man. It's open. It's wide open.
Yeah, when I first met you, you were 2 years old. You're a young woman now. Or, as they say, too old in Alabama.
All right, guys, here we go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you,
bitches.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Oh, a couple extras right here real quick for you. Guys, I have seen the Coyotes of Chicago. I was at a light on Webster and Claiborne, and a coyote walks through the intersection like it owns the place. Didn't even stop for the red light. Blew my mind. I had not seen a coyote since my Boy Scout days. That from Max the Podcaster, listening in Chicago, Illinois.
Dude, coyotes, hyenas, any of those animals are very good adapters.
They are.
Really? It's hyenas, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, hyenas freak me out.
Guys, let's see what else. When I was 5 or 6, my parents and I lived in a mobile home as far as your worst neighbors. One night, the mobile home next to us burned down when the neighbor's meth lab exploded. Don't do drugs, kids. That from Renee.
No, just don't make drugs. Come on.
2 more. Guys, doctors are not required to render aid in case of medical emergency. This is as far as requesting a doctor on an airplane.
I need a doctor.
If the doctor does start to help a person, they become liable if something goes wrong. Additionally, most of the doctors I know are going to be drinking before and during a flight, which means they're screwed if they go to court. So do not expect a stampede of doctors if someone needs help on a plane. And finally, love the show here in lovely Virginia. Hey, found your show on TuneIn. Now I listen to podcasts and sometimes directly to your show. Y'all remind me of all I know about West Virginia and Baltimore. And I'm sure you all think of me in Virginia. Yes, because you're right, I have a vanity plate.
Of course you do.
I grew up all around the world, Germany and Austria included. As a teenager, we used to fill up a boot of beer with highly carbonated beer and drink it through a straw. The one to burp first bought the next round.
Huh, okay.
Germans loved us. Rock on, great show. That from Ed, who says, P.S. All your local West Coast callers have to be stoned, and yes, we are all envious.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trying to drink beer through a straw would make a lot of burps.
Yeah.
A lot of burps.
Coming up on the program, we will drink and toast. The shot of the day is on the way, and the word has some secret medical slang. But first...
Yes, friends, it's time once again for Sit and Spin. Let's gather around the old radio and listen to some swellerific new music.
So lovely and refreshing to have the lovely Taryn Daly in instead of that scumbag Ryan Castle first today.
Yeah.
How are you,
Here.
Taryn?
I'm good. You know, I can promise you this. I will shed far less beard hairs in this studio
Yes, you
than Ryan
will.
Castle does.
Before we
His
get
beard
to,
hairs are exceptionally long.
They
too,
are.
man. It's weird when you see one floating around. Like, God damn, man.
It doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get to the business at hand here, how are you? Life doing well? House almost completed? Where
House
you at?
almost complete. You know, going to the bathroom indoors, that's a big deal for me.
When did you start going to the bathroom?
Big time. 21st century woman.
It'll be 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Indoor plumbing this weekend.
What was your worst outdoor bathroom experience over the time where you did not have that plumbing? Did you have to give up like at 3 o'clock in the morning and drop a
Yes.
heater or anything like that?
Nothing like that, but remember how we had some snow in this area, like
Yeah.
the first weekend in November?
Yeah.
That was brutal. That was the second weekend we had been living in the trailer, and going out to use the restroom at 3 a.m. and it's snowing was not pleasant.
Did you guys have a porta potty? What did you have?
Well, we made a little camping toilet. Thank you, Pinterest. And so
what are you talking about? A 5-gallon bucket in a foamy thing?
a pool noodle.
A pool noodle.
Noodle.
Yeah.
You really did that?
Yes.
You
it was
pooped into a
fantastic.
5-gallon bucket
It
with
was
a pool noodle.
Wonderful. And cat litter. Cat litter is involved.
So did you pour the cat litter on top of the poop so like you couldn't see your boyfriend's poop later, or like how did that work out?
Well, we tried to really just handle that without the other one having to be around, just take care of it.
Did you take a bag like a dog bag
and then
you
take it out of there.
Oh, really?
Get it out of there.
Then what do you? Oh, that's
But
great.
for the most part, one of my friends gave me a Go Girl It's those little
so you
funnels.
can't stand it up,
So that thing was a
You were
a
paying
game
stand up?
changer. I have been missing out on years of what you guys have been doing.
Did you try to write your name?
I haven't yet, but
Come
I
on,
would
man.
still like to do that.
Okay.
I would still
Well,
like,
the next snow.
It was amazing. Or
But
next
you
time
did.
I go up skiing.
How long did
I'll
you,
do it up on the mountain.
How long did you pee standing up?
Oh, for a couple weeks.
I bet that had to be liberating.
It was
weird,
fantastic.
Because that's really the first time in your life you
Well, the first
voluntarily
time-
peed standing up, right?
The first time it was really weird. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to pee all over myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I got real excited about it.
Well, I'm happy you have indoor plumbing and things are on the up and up for the new year.
It's like
coming.
a real
I'm glad
house
you
now.
got to experience peeing standing up, man, because it's a whole different world, right?
Ladies, get a go, girl. You will love it. It's so fantastic.
On the flip side, these musicians that you bring us today, they probably don't have to pee outside.
No.
They're not
Portable
pooping on
toilet.
pool noodles.
No.
These are, in fact, the 10 highest paid musicians in the world.
It's a wacky noodle.
They've never sat on a noodle and dropped a heater.
Nope, never
Okay.
have they.
And this list is from Forbes, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
This is the big money players right here. It's bad.
Number 10.
I mean, you got to give it up for Metallica. I got to see them for the first time this summer, and it was so sensational, and I would pay top dollar for that ticket every time.
It was a good show,
And that's
man.
where they make their money. They make their money on the road.
$66.5 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
And they didn't release an album with that. That was just straight touring and everything, correct?
I believe
so.
That's
Well,
probably
last
correct.
year, it was earlier. What was the album?
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right.
Hardwired.
There's been
Hardwired
there has
Self-Destruct,
been
right.
one since Death
And a
Magnetic.
monster tour.
So, yeah, they went out and made a whole lot of money.
I was there, too, yep.
These are the 10 highest paying musicians in the world on Sit and Spin.
Number 9.
I knew she'd be on it.
I feel sad already.
Adele, difference between Adele and Metallica is there's 5 guys in Metallica.
Yeah.
There's one person that gets paid with Adele.
Yep.
And she got paid $69 million.
No wonder she turned down $1 million gig the other day because she didn't want to do it. It's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to fly to the middle of nowhere and do a private party for $1 million. I don't need to.
I made $69 million.
Exactly. Yeah. That ain't going to cut it. These are the 10 highest paid musicians in the world on Sit and Spin.
Number 8.
You say what you want about Bruce, but if you buy a ticket to one of his shows, you're going to get 3 hours of entertainment. So.
Minimum. At a minimum.
But isn't the story that he never plays the songs you want?
No, he never does.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Isn't that the story with every band?
Yeah, but Metallica played the songs you want to hear.
That really
I
was
just
a
heard
hit
with
fest.
Springsteen, you're there for 3 hours, but he doesn't play the songs you want
But
to
you
hear.
got to remember, these are Springsteen fans know the entire catalog inside and out, and that's the difference. Like, these guys know everything.
They
I don't
follow
know
him around.
everything.
They're like Grateful Dead fans, the
Pretty much.
hardcore Springsteen
What do you call them?
fans.
Springsteeners?
Yes, and they've helped him achieve $75 million this year.
Damn.
10 highest paid musicians in the world on Sit and Spin.
Number 7.
Really?
We couldn't get more of an updated Bieber song? Damn.
You don't like this
old school Bieber.
Tune I know from
I
him.
like it, but
It should also be noted that Justin
Something
Bieber cut his tour short.
Yeah.
So he could have made more money. He decided that he wanted to basically just say, the hell with it, I'm not finishing these dates. So there was a lot of dates left on the tour.
Can we also talk about the fact that I went to Costco with my mother today, and she was like, look at my notebook, and it was a Justin Bieber notebook. Literally this morning, I'm like, who are you, and what are you doing?
She's a believer.
She is.
These are the 10 highest paid musicians in the world.
What is he worth?
Number 6.
83.5.
Well, these guys aren't stopping now.
No.
They, I want to say, beginning of the year, 20 dates in Europe.
Yeah.
They didn't hit the first time around, and you would think that they'll just keep going and hitting all the spots that they haven't hit yet.
And this was another one I got to check out this summer for the first time. Had never seen GNR before. Totally worth the price.
What did Guns N' Roses make?
They made $84 million.
The difference between them and everyone else is that why all these other bands have been making money throughout the years. Metallica has been touring. Guns N' Roses really has not had this kind of payday since 1992.
It's taken a long time to get them all on the same page.
They left a lot of money on the table for a number of years, so I'm glad they're making
for them.
some of it back now. These are the 10 highest paid musicians in the world.
Number 5.
Coldplay?
Apparently.
gotta be for touring.
Yeah, They'd sell out everything, man.
Yeah.
Robin, you saw Coldplay. You vouched for the show? Was it better than the MRI I got where they played the whole damn album in there and I was trapped?
I did not feel trapped.
Okay.
It was good. I mean, the sound was solid. They were on their game the whole time. The stadium was very into it. It was a good show. I'll give it to them.
These are the 10 highest paid musicians in the world on Sit and Spin.
$88 million for Coldplay.
She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go.
I feel like Ted is going to be, for the top 4, Ted is going to be our resident expert.
How much money?
This is The Weeknd, and The Weeknd, $92 million.
And the crazy thing about it does not work Monday through Friday. A lot of people don't know that.
No.
There's
Only
Friday
the
night
weekend.
shows and Saturday night shows. It's
the weekend. It makes part of his name.
Yeah, I'm saying. Like
Tour,
Monday
too.
through Thursday, you can't book it.
Remember, until Tuesday, they never played on Tuesdays.
And that's why they
he
never
did
made any money.
Make enough money to finally get that weird haircut fixed, right?
He just changed his hair.
Okay, good.
These are the 10 highest paid musicians in the world. Highest paid musicians in the world.
Number 2.
That's right.
How much?
Oh, Beyonce, $105 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
Any guesses on number 1? Anybody guess?
I would never have guessed that.
I
know what it is, but I don't think.
All right, here it is.
Number 1. Going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
How much money?
$130 million. $130 million for
But he's
Diddy.
not even an artist anymore.
No, he's just a producer.
It's not like he put out an album.
$130 million for Diddy.
$130 million. Yeah.
Diddy.
I still like to call him Puffy.
Thank you, Terry. We appreciate it. There you go. The 10 highest paid musicians in the world on Sit and Spin. Still to come, we're going to drink and toast with a shot of the day and the return of the word is coming up next with secret medical slang, acronyms, and lingo. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, we will drink and toast. The shot of the day is up next, but first. Now, just so you know on the word today, these have been mostly collected from around England and the USA. In some instances, you only find a few of them used in any single establishment. Some of them are acronyms, some are region-specific, but either way, here are some doctor slang, nurse slang, and medical acronyms that have and continually are used in the medical field. And most of them are stuff that you put on a chart, just to give you a little bit of an idea. So I'm going to give you guys some of the chart information. You see if you can determine what they were trying to relay about the patient. Okay?
I'm a doctor. I can feel it.
This person needs a 3H enema.
3H enema.
That is an enema that is high, hot, and a hell of a lot. Reputedly given to patients who give staff a very hard time. Who need an enema. What about this one here? That's the 3 Ps.
The 3 Ps.
That would be pill, permissiveness, and promiscuity. Relates to female patients who come in with a sexually transmitted disease, you see. Okay.
Damn.
We continue on. AALFD. What does AALFD mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. A-hole. Let him die.
Another ass looking for drugs. What is acute lead poisoning?
They got stung
Shot.
by...
They got shot.
Right.
Very good. ALS.
Well, ALS?
Absolute loss of sanity. That would mean you're dealing with a nutcase. How about APTFRAN?
Don't know.
Apply pillow to face. Repeat as necessary for an annoying patient.
Jesus Christ.
Who is a baby catcher in the hospital?
Baby catcher. I don't know. The father.
Obstetrician. What's a banana?
Penis?
It's a patient with jaundice.
Damn.
How about a brothel sprouts?
Brothel sprouts?
Brothel sprouts.
Prostitute.
That's genital awards. And bugs in the rug. What is bugs in the rug?
Crabs.
There you go.
Damn.
There you go. It's some medical slang. We have run out of time. Have we
Brothel
made it to drinking
sprouts.
time there, Robin?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized.
It gets worse.
And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Throw Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 45-year-old James Stedman of Tampa, Florida. Here's his story. Last week, he was at a Steak and Shake. Have you ever been to a Steak and Shake?
I have not, but I've heard a lot of good things about them.
Yeah, I've heard nothing.
People like them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he was at a Steak and Shake. It's a little bit before midnight, and apparently he was starting to doze off in the booth that he was sitting in. Well, at one point he wakes up, he stands up, he unzips his pants, he exposes his genitals, and then begins urinating on the floor in the dining area of the restaurant in full view of all the other customers. When he was finished, he zipped up and went back to sleep in the booth. Deputies say approximately 30 customers witnessed the incident, and he created a health hazard, endangered the safety of other customers, and inevitably he was arrested and charged with indecent exposure, which is much worse than public urination.
Gave him the old Steak and Shake.
I always said you should shake it twice.
Damn. Just trying to eat your goddamn food in the
Having
studio.
a great time, he just stands up.
I mean, I'm going to go on a limb and say he was a little intoxicated.
Had to be hammered, right?
Trying to get some burgers at the end of the night and just kind of woke up out of it and was like, I got to piss.
Here's the steak, here's the shake. All right, yeah.
We've all been there, man.
Right?
I peed on my bed, through a screen window, a potted plant at a hotel, and it's always halfway through. You're like,
Not in a fast food place.
Not in a fast food place. All right, bitches. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola, bitchola. Let's get caller 9 on the line right now. You'll be playing Profile This, 844-999-OLA.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.